and welcome to my channel, La Di Da. My name's Wendy, and in today's video, I'm going to make a bronzer stick. At this time of the year, it looks like I've been inside all winter and not got any sun. My skin's really pale. I just wish I had this nice glow to my skin like I do at the end of summer. So I decided to take a stab at making my very own DIY bronzer. And I definitely prefer like cream style over a powder. I don't like my skin feeling dry. I don't like powder on my skin like at all. So I'm going to do a cream bronzer stick. And that's what's gonna happen. And that's what I'm gonna do, so let's get to it. Okay, for this recipe, you're going to need a variety of pigments: cinnamon, arrowroot powder, brown oxide, paprika, cocoa powder, turmeric, and this is the mica, and that's gonna give it a shimmer. This is the color I did, but I'm gonna show you how I did it, and I will mix up another batch and show you. It's best to start with arrowroot powder as your base, and then I'm going to get a tiny spoon and start mixing in these other pigments. Okay, I have this little spoon that came with my mica. I like it because it's tiny. I'm going to mix these together and find one that works good for my skin tone. I found that I needed a lot of turmeric in mine, so I'm gonna put in at least 2 scoops of turmeric powder and then some cocoa powder, and I kind of like the color of this cinnamon, so I'm going to put that in too and start mixing it up. Okay, so I've kept adding and adding. I just put in some bronze mica. I really like the color of this. It's nice and shimmery, and it has a slight like pinkish tone to it, slightly. And then I also bought this ivory lace mica. It's a bit paler. I might put a scoop of that in, see what it does for me. And then just keep mixing it in. I can see like a little bit of chunks in here. So I have this strainer. This will take out all the chunks or whatever bits that don't mix in. You don't want it to be gritty. I can't really tell you how much of each ingredient to use because everybody's skin tone is different. I was heavy on turmeric because I'm pale, and the arrowroot powder. But if you have a darker skin tone, you might use more of this brown oxide or the cocoa powder. So I'm really happy with this. I'm gonna put it through the strainer, and then I'm going to start making the base for the bronzer. Okay, so the great thing about this recipe is it's really pretty easy. We can do it in the microwave, and the base is not that different than the lipstick base. So if you made the lipstick, you will be able to do this. So the first thing we need is beeswax. You can use candela wax, but if you're going to use the candela wax, use half as much. So I'm using 1.5 teaspoons of beeswax. Next is 1 teaspoon of oil. I'm going to use grapeseed oil. You can use sweet almond oil, jojoba oil, olive oil. They'll all work good. And I'm going to add half a teaspoon of shea butter, just because I love how moisturizing shea butter is. Okay, now I'm going to put this in the microwave and melt it. I'm going to do 10-second intervals until it's melted. I put it in for 10 seconds, then I stir it up, put it back in for 10 seconds, stir it up. Just keep doing that until it's all melted. It usually takes about a minute. Everything's all melted, you can see it. And now it's time to add the pigment that we created. Oh, and also, now we can add some vitamin E oil because we're not going to heat it up anymore. Just put 2 drops in. Mine's not really, I thought it was a dropper when I bought it, but it's just this weird stick, so my drops are a bit random. 2 teaspoons of my pigment. And now I'm gonna mix that up. This is lovely shimmery color. I really think it's beautiful. So I'm gonna hurry up now and pour it into my tube before it starts to get hard. So I'm gonna use this old lip balm container. If you can reuse an old container, that's great. That's a way to reduce waste. So I'm happy about that. I'm gonna pour it in here and hope I don't spill it everywhere. Okay, here goes. I might put that into like a tin or something just so I can use it because it's a beautiful color, and if I like it, I'm gonna want to use it all the time. So I'm just gonna pour it into this tin, and maybe I'll add another one of these just for a little darker pigment. I mean, why not? Wow, I made that one so dark. That one will have to be used sparingly. I'm going to put these in the fridge for half an hour to set, and then I'm going to try them out. And here's the bronzer. So I'm going to apply it, and where I would normally apply it is like up here, 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 and I do it down here along my jawline. You could do an all over face if you wanted to just have a glow everywhere. Let's see how it's coming on. I'm gonna blend it in now and see how it goes. And then the other one I made it slightly darker, and I thought this could really be a contour color. So I'm gonna try that out. Yeah, I'm happy with this. It seems like it's buildable too. Like I can make it quite a bit darker. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I feel like it looks pretty natural. It smells great. It smells like chocolate. I don't know. Let me know what you think.